Okay, so going to take another swing at making videos here. And first of all, talk about why and what I'm going to be doing and talking about. I really want to do a lot of things. And I want to use that to practice and then as also demonstrate what goes into accomplishing personal goals. So right now, I'm working full time. I have people I want to give attention to. I want to give attention to my partners, to my family, and also to my friends. And that's great. But I also don't want to work at this job forever. I want to do coaching or some more interesting tech job or just something else, various other things. But I'm in a job that I would like to get out of in the next year or sooner. But I expect to be working some type of full-time job. And the reason I'm making this video and what I want to accomplish is I want to talk about and show other things that I'm working on. I want to practice piano. I want to get better at piano, and I want to learn some specific covers that I enjoy listening to, and I want to experience playing them. I've done this before in the past, and I poured a lot of time into it. But I would like to learn some more covers. I would like to cook more. I'd like to learn more and enjoy and learn cooking more. I have some other projects that I'm working on, and it's really hard to find time and to make time and to dedicate time and attention to personal projects outside of work and family and chores, is what my experience is. So your experience will vary. Your kinds of challenges with being more productive or more focused on your priorities will vary. So I'm just going to share my experience in the hopes that there is something to learn from that experience and some certain things you can borrow or implement. And there's a lot of, I'm very conceptually driven in my learning and implementation of strategies, techniques, whatever. I'm very concept focused, oriented, and I really want to use these very tangible experiences and goals to really draw out what are the real concepts that I find it helpful to work with along this process of learning and just doing. Like I'm a very active person in the sense that I would rather be, if I have spare time and spare energy, I want to do another thing. I want to go build something or play something or learn something, but probably play or the learning for me is maybe the less natural part. The information heavy aspect of something is the harder part. So the biggest thing that I'm going to be conceptually doing is just breaking down these bigger goals into bite-sized steps. And I'm going to treat the process of breaking down goals and breaking down even components into smaller and smaller components and steps. I'm going to treat that as its own as its own component, and even break that down even further. And the goal is, if I want to learn to play a song on piano, or I want to learn to cook a new dish, then I need to break down the process of breaking down that project. And if I can spend a good hour or two on the weekend to that project, that's great. But I want to go further, and I want to make progress even when I don't have hours and hours of time to spare. I also have a lot of training goals I'm still working on. Those are also really good, tangible goals that I think are actual goals I'm working on, but also good models for breaking down goals into tangible and achievable and steps that I can kind of do in spare time. This whole thing that I'm focused on right now is how do I get work done outside of what's absolutely required. And because I see it's hard for me, I see it being hard for pretty much everyone who's just in this pretty typical scenario of work, family, chores. So yeah, I think this covers what I'm trying to say. And I'm gonna come back with a more tangible breakdown of where I'm kind of getting started here. There's a lot that I'm working on in terms of life structuring and task management and habit management, and I want to talk about in the next video, talk about some of those things and really get to this concept of if I want to dedicate more time to say more intentional priorities, and then more specifically personal projects and goals, fitness goals, etc., then it becomes a game of I have to get my life in order overall. Unless I want to just burn down some of the other parts of my life, which right now my goal is to not do that. My goal is to continue keeping my job and my relationships and my family and keeping my room clean. And I think, in fact, at least for me, keeping those areas of my life well taken care of, appropriately taken care of, actually energizes me and equips me and motivates me more to do pursue these other projects and goals. So yeah, that's what I'll be covering next time. But until then, take care, peace, goodbye.